somebody please tell me what Juneteenth is other than another day to have off of work? I mean, they're celebrating being freed from oppression from the white man, but they still complain about the oppression from the white man. What are we doing?
No lies detected, guys. Sorry, I'm laughing too much, guys. This video cracked me up a bit. Guys, this is unprofessional. Okay, now I've been seeing all these crazy videos about Juneteenth, most of them unbelievably stupid and a lot of them plain annoying, like this one.
Okay, everybody, a lot of people are going to be saying happy Juneteenth. It should not be a federal holiday, and I'm on my way to work.
No, you ain't, Charlie. You are, in fact, in hell. We are celebrating Juneteenth, and we're getting our lives because God is good. The black president got his librarian things. His wife is looking fabulous. Your wife is munching the vice president somewhere, and you are in the eighth ring of hell. Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Now say that about a black man and watch your life get destroyed before your very eyes. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that discussion for another day. Oh. A white liberal woman acting like a slave for a black woman to celebrate Juneteenth. Is that what Juneteenth is all about? Anyway, guys, I don't really feel sorry for any brain-dead white individual who wants to be a black person's footmat or a black person's object of caricature for any reason. If you are hopeless enough to want to put yourself in that debasing and humiliating position, then by all means, suit your liberal cravings, okay? Now, what actually piques my attention is another deplorable but utterly hilarious display by some black folks, all in the name of Juneteenth. Now, Juneteenth, which was supposed to be the day commemorating when enslaved people in Texas were finally informed by a group of white, mostly right-wing men that they were free 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, because the Democrats ran Texas hid the truth of their freedom from them, a day that should be about triumph, resilience, forward momentum, and American exceptionalism, ending the evil of slavery, has been reduced to a theatrical performance where black people dress in slave rags, smear red liquid all over their body to appear as blood, chain themselves up, and parade around like it is the 1860s on Freedom Day. Take a look. Imagine the theatrics. Take a look at the absolute caricature these people are making of their ancestors. They think they are making a historical statement, but all they are doing is mocking their ancestors. This is self-sabotage on steroids, and anybody stuck on this kind of mentality will never ever get ahead in life. On this day, their ancestors gained absolute freedom. For their ancestors, this day was cause for explosive joy, for singing, for dancing, families reunited, new lives beginning. Black Texans turned this day into an annual celebration. Barbecues, church services, rodeos, education about resilience. It was about looking forward for better things to come. You cannot convince me that this thing I'm looking at here is not fetishizing victimhood, turning a victory party into a pity party, pretending that the chains are still on while living in the freest, most prosperous nation you can ever find on earth. Yes, Democrats delayed the news of their freedom back then, but today's Democrats and race hustlers keep the mental chains locked tight on these folks for votes and power. Now ask these guys this question. Why celebrate emancipation by pretending you are still enslaved? Why? Why choose the darkest visual of subjugation on Emancipation Day? It doesn't make sense unless the goal is not celebration. The goal is to keep the wound open, to signal to the world and to themselves that their freedom was an illusion, that America is still the plantation, that they are still victims deserving special treatment, deserving reparations, pity, lowered standards, even though all we see are phantom chains, mental bondage. Their ancestors survived the real bondage, the Middle Passage, family separations, brutal labor, just so these people can walk free. But what are they doing today? Putting themselves back in those chains, smearing blood all over their body and pretending to be slaves, putting themselves back in bondage for social media likes and for clout. Now, to answer the question I asked before, one of the reasons they engage in this sort of humiliation is because it feels good to some of them, and also because it attracts attention. And don't just forget that it also justifies their failure. It says, okay, see, we are still oppressed. That is why we cannot do better. Meanwhile, Asian immigrants arrive with nothing, crush it academically, and they build wealth. Nigerian and Ghanaian immigrants also come to America and often outperform native-born black folks. Now, listen, people, okay? Anybody who spent their life chained to events that happened 200 years ago will never ever get ahead in life. They will never achieve anything worthwhile in life. It is true that you cannot change the past, but believe me, guys, your future is all decided by you. Your ancestors who bled and died for a better future are not asking you to cosplay their suffering. No, they are not. Rather, they are telling you to seize the opportunities they died for, move on, build, excel, compete, because hey, that is the American dream. That is the American way of doing things. No successful group in history advanced by eternal victim status. Jews post-Holocaust, Asians post-internment and discrimination, Irish, Italians, Polish people, all of them overcame prejudice without demanding eternal payouts. Slavery was evil, yes, but every race has been enslaved at a point in history. White people were enslaved by the Barbary traders, Ottomans, Africans selling Africans, Arabs selling Africans, selling everybody. America ended slavery at a very horrific cost. Over 300,000 Union soldiers were killed, mostly white men. They were killed to free black slaves. America have paid in blood and treasure. Meanwhile, the same cannot be said for our own Africans who sold their own brothers and sisters into slavery, not to mention the Arabs who enslaved white people and Africans, to be precise. Enough with all the nonsense, guys. Stop the theatrics. Ditch the chains, both literal and mental, okay? Ditch the chains, both literal and mental. Reject the stunt. Your future is not dictated by what happened in 1865. It is dictated by what you do today. Black Americans have every tool to thrive in America. They have legal equality. They have massive past investments. They have the greatest economy in the whole world. The reasonable black Americans who are succeeding keep proving this every single day, whereas the rest of them who are not are just choosing to be small. So my dearies, celebrate freedom by living free. Unshackle your minds from this sort of theatrics. Your ancestors would want you charging forward, not looking back in fake blood. America is the land of opportunity. Victimhood is a dead end. Move on, build greatness, and stop embarrassing your forebears. But as always, guys, these are my thoughts and my opinions. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel, like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or buy me a coffee if you can, as a way of supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.